What's going on, guys? Bengal here doing another NFL quiz, and this one is Pro Bowlers You've Never Heard of 3.0. So, we have 13 minutes to get 40 names. That math doesn't seem to check out. I feel like we should have a little bit longer, but maybe we'll fly through it. It is just a picture of a guy, and it's like, do you know the guy or don't you? And hopefully I know more than I don't know. So, a lot of these times you're going to see like random offensive linemen who got in one year, or a special teamer, I don't know. So this could actually be quite difficult. So we'll see. I'm aiming for 30, I think is a good number to aim for. Just not knowing 10, I think would be good, or not being able to recall 10. I'm sure I'm going to at least have heard of a lot of these guys, but 40 is a lot to get. I'm hoping for 25 plus. Before we start, use code BENGAL on Underdog Fantasy. You get a $100 deposit match, and let's play some fantasy sports together. That's code BENGAL on Underdog Fantasy. And the first one is number 33 on the Seattle Seahawks. I believe this is a return man. I think it's Leon Washington. It is going to be Leon Washington. So we're off to a hot start. These are the Pouncey twins. I've heard of them for sure out of Florida. I'm just going to type in Pouncey. Yeah, Mike and Maurkice Pouncey. This should be Ozzie Newsome, the Browns' legendary Hall of Fame tight end. It's not. I thought he wore 44. Did he not? Maybe he did wear like 82 or something. So that would have been too easy. Now, we recently did see a Browns running back get onto a rankings, but this guy doesn't look like he's from the 60s. He looks more like 1980s. Do I know a Browns running back or fullback from the 80s? Maybe. We'll get back to it. This looks like Deshaun Goldson. He was a pretty good safety for a while. This is going to be George Blanda, I believe. Played kicker and quarterback for the Raiders, for the Oilers too, I want to say. Can't think of anybody else. This is a Broncos linebacker from the 2000s. Who would this be? Pro Bowl linebacker for the Broncos. Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of blank here. The guy doesn't really look that familiar, is, I would say, the biggest problem. And that's a pretty big problem. So, I'm going to have to move past this one. Oh, this guy I think I should know. I think it's one of their better players of all time. Patriots tight end. I think he's a tight end in maybe the 90s to potentially 2000s. I don't think I'm going to be able to come up with his name, though. That might be one of those where we're like, oh, it looks familiar when I see it, but I don't know. Falcons running back, I would say maybe Jamal Anderson. It's not. That's a problem. That's a big problem that it's not Jamal Anderson, because that means I don't think I'll know it. I mean, he's in the 90s, I would say. Could even be early 90s, early to mid 90s. Like I'm thinking 1995, potentially. I do not know who that is. This is not off to a good start. Number 75 on the Bills. Looks like a defensive lineman. I do not know. I really have no idea either. This is, I think, Chris Chambers, right? San Diego Charger and Miami Dolphin. Let's go Chris Chambers. All right, we got Chris Chambers. I used to like him growing up quite a bit. Is this Dante Hall? I think it's Eddie Kennison. It's not Eddie Kennison. It's not Dante Hall. Oh, no. Number 89 on the Chiefs. It's not Eddie Kennison, unless I spelled Kennison wrong, which I don't think I did. I think it's spelled like this. It's just not Eddie Kennison. Not Dante Hall. Who is an early 2000s, maybe even late 90s Chiefs receiver? I see 24 on the Raiders. I think that's probably Charles Woodson, so we can say definitely late 90s to early 2000s. I just don't think I can come up with who that is. We'll move on to a Panther. Number 14. It says like Rams 22 on his arm. I don't know. Who is this? He honestly does not look familiar to me. Or at least it's not like names on the tip of my tongue. I can't get to it. I'm sure it's going to be a name I know, but I don't know. 5 of 40 is bad, and we're at 5 of 13. This has got to be Darryl Green, right? It is Darryl Green, one of the fastest players of all time. I thought Steven Davis, maybe. Is that his name? Number 24 on the Broncos before Champ Bailey. You're killing me. You're killing me. This is, again, like late 90s, 2000s. I'm not sure if they had these jerseys yet in the late 90s, but it had to be before Champ Bailey got there. I thought it would be that running back that had a really good season. I can't remember his name. Is it like a basic last name, though? Like Williams or I don't know. Not Steven Davis. What is this dude's name? I guess it maybe isn't even who I'm thinking it is. Move on. Zach Diassi. Do full name for spelling points. Z-A-K. Giants legendary long snapper. Ryan Matthews made a Pro Bowl. Okay, Ryan Matthews. This should be, I would say, Mel Renfro. Nope. He might just be spelled like this, too. Is it Bob Hayes? It is. Bullet Bob Hayes. Olympic sprinter. Number 21 on the Browns. Again, it's going to be another one of those like 80s running backs. I have no idea. I can't think of the name of their like big running back in the 80s either. I wonder if it's either of those guys. The guy about to sack Christian Ponder. He looks like a defensive end. Could it be a defensive tackle? I think he looks too skinny to be Sean Rogers. Amobi Okoye, I don't even think he played on the Lions. I don't know why the name was in my head. It's too skinny to be a Taba Rubin. And the guy's not skinny, by the way, but those guys are big boys. Not going to be Cliff Averill. It is Cliff Averill. It's an older picture, Cliff Averill. But we finally got to a defensive end. Kind of think of him with the Seahawks more. Is this Shane Conlon? It is Shane Conlon. Really solid linebacker for the Bills in the 90s. Is this Mike Rucker? It's not. Panthers 77. Oh, is this, oh, shoot. What is his name? So good. Went to the Jets later. Am I thinking of the right guy? I don't know why I can't come up with his name. Please, dude. Please. I hope it's not. I don't know why I can't think of the name. 84. This surely is Brandon Lloyd. It is Brandon Lloyd. 26 with the Broncos. Is that, it's not Raheem Moore. He wouldn't have been a Pro Bowler. Is it Darian Stewart? It is Darian Stewart. I can't believe I came up with that name. This is Tom Landry. Do I get that without the hint? I think I probably do. I know he played on the Giants. Legendary coach. Number 83 on the Colts. This looks like a defensive end, though. I think it was like this legendary Colts defensive lineman. Racked up sacks in the early days. I think he has an Italian last name. Gino. Don't know. Can't come up with it. Hook'em Horns. All right, number 31 with the Bears. Not Cedric Benson. Hook'em Horns. Is that a trap? I mean, it surely isn't. What am I missing here? Pro Bowler I forgot about. Michael Huff. Michael Griffin. I don't remember any of them playing on the Bears. Who am I missing here? 31. I mean, Priest Holmes wouldn't have been on the Bears. I just don't know who this is, though, is the real problem. He doesn't really look all that familiar to me. So I feel like I'm screwed here. Texas Longhorns DB or running back in the 2000s. I do not know. I mean, it doesn't look like Michael Bush. He wasn't Texas. I can't come up with who that is. This looks like a Hook 'em Horns player. Is this Casey Hampton? See, that is. I know who this is. In like Titans, like fullback / tight end in the early 2000s. I think this is from the Music City Miracle. Or was that against the Jaguars? That would make sense as to why he's passing, though. I can't remember his name. Cannot remember his name. 22 for the Patriots. I have no idea. It's not Ty Law. It's obviously not Curtis Martin. Type them anyway. I have no idea. I mean, it looks like a running back. Is it, it's not James Wilder. He was Bucks. I don't know the answer. 26 for the Eagles. I mean, this is not Asante Samuel either, right? He's 24. 26 for the Eagles. I don't know. Chris, hold on. Chris what? Chris what? Oh my god, dude. Is this even who that is, though? How can I not think of his last name? Chris. It's not Barnes. It's not Rogers. It's Chris. Oh, God. Frustrating. Jeez, I don't know. Number 98. Stana Stubblefield. Is this even what he looks like? Nope. Number 98 on this Niners team? Dude. Looks like a defensive end or outside linebacker, probably. No idea. Steelers, number 51. Seems fairly recent. I have no idea. DeQuell Jackson. See, some of these I get like that. Here we go. This is Michael Griffin, Texas Longhorn. Is it not? Oh, this is Pac-Man Jones. Okay. Didn't really look at his face. Leroy Butler. Now in the Hall of Fame. Is this Okoye? No, this is not Jay Ratliff. I forget his name too, but I know who that is at least. Rob Baronis, R.I.P. We're at 19. Should be Icky Woods, 20. All right, I'm at 20. Jason Babin, no. Is this Vandenbosch? Doesn't look like him. Ugh. That's frustrating. Not Jason Babin. The face looks very familiar. Not Vandenbosch. Who else did the Titans have, man? I'm sure I'm going to know it when I see it, but I have 15 seconds left. It's Billy White Shoes Johnson. Nice. All right. I'm at 21. I feel like I could have done better on this, but it is what it is. So, Ernest Biner, I know the name. I don't think I would have come up with that. When I'm in these quiz modes, like maybe I would, right? Because I'm doing them a lot, but Ernest Biner. Al Wilson is a name I've never heard of. Ben Coates. Yeah, that was the guy for sure. Don't think I could have come up with his name, but I definitely know the player. I've heard that, at least seen that on quizzes before. Craig Ironhead Hayward. Nope. Marcellus Wiley. You're not even going to let me see his face? Rude. Kind of thinking of him more with the Chargers, right? But I guess he played on the Bills. Never coming up with Marcellus Wiley. Andre Rison played on the Chiefs. Is that Andre Rison? Giving me Andre Rison on the Chiefs is so rude, by the way. So rude. I get him up if he's on the Falcons, but that's mean. Pharaoh Cooper, South Carolina Gamecock returner. I know he played on the Rams. Was he a Pro Bowler with the Panthers? Is that a joke? Was an All-Pro first team and Pro Bowler with the Rams out of South Carolina, and they get a picture of him on the Panthers. Once again, pretty mean. But, yep, I guess that's Pharaoh Cooper. Delta O'Neal. Oh, man, that's a gettable name. Kind of just forget about him, I guess. All right, that's a gettable name. And he is known with the Broncos, in my recollection. Eric Metcalf. Oh, this is DK's uncle, I think. Think that's true. Kind of forgot about him. But, yeah, that's an interesting one. Kind of a cool one. Chris Jenkins. Dude, the fact that I didn't get this one makes me so mad you don't even know. I mean, this one is so gettable. Chris Jenkins was an All-Pro multiple times. 1, 2, All-Pro second team 3 times, or 3 overall. Multiple-time Pro Bowler, went to the Jets. I knew exactly who it was. The fact that I couldn't get to his name, I can't even explain how frustrated that makes me. Ted Hendricks. We get a picture of him on the Colts. He was on the Colts for the first 5 years of his career. Ted Hendricks, pretty much known for being with the Raiders. Giving me a picture of him on the Colts is somewhat mean, I guess. But it seems like he would have been quite good there. But that is fairly difficult, I would say, when he is known for being Raiders. He's from Guatemala City, Guatemala. Okay, Ted. Again, I feel like that's kind of mean. But Nathan Vasher. Totally forgot about him. Nathan Vasher was a good player. I feel like definitely that's very, very gettable. I forgot he went to Texas, to be honest. And yeah, that's a big miss because he was quite good in the NFL and was a big part of those Bears defenses in the 2000s that were so good with Lance Briggs and Brian Urlacher. That's embarrassing, honestly. I didn't get that one. Frank Wycheck is the name I was thinking of. Couldn't come up with him, unfortunately. And I think that shot would have been from the Music City Miracle, Titans Bills. I don't know why I think it's Jags sometimes. They were like the last second missed kick. That was that game. Dave Meggett, you're giving me a picture of him on the Patriots? Oh my God, dude. This quizmaker is so mean. I mean, you're just a little dickhead. All-Pro second team with the Patriots, sure. I feel like he is very much known for being with the Giants. But maybe that's just me as a Giants fan. But I feel like he's definitely known for being a Giant. Did spend 3 years with the Patriots. Was an All-Pro second-team player there, and is pictured as a Patriot. But he is a Giant, in my opinion. Spent twice as much time there as he did with the Patriots. I did not know he played on the Patriots. Lito Shepard is a gettable name. Completely forgot about him. Julian Peterson is another a gettable name. Forgot about him. James Farrior. I thought about James Farrior, and then in my head I'm like, James Farrior doesn't quite look like this. Like, I mean, it's definitely who that is, right? I get it, but I guess I'm covering this up here. In my head, James Farrior had a slightly darker complexion than what's pictured here, and maybe it's just because the light's shining right on him. But I thought this was a white guy. I mean, pretty plain and simple. And James Farrior does have a lighter complexion, I guess. But I really did not think that's who this was. 36 is Tommy Harris. Very gettable name. He was really good. Just forgot about Tommy Harris. And then Kyle Vandenbosch, I typed. But I didn't space it out, probably. So, yeah, maybe I get 22 out of 40 there. This was kind of a tough one, especially with some of the teams. I mean, even Billy White Shoes Johnson, right? Like, very well-known Houston Oiler. And I get to see him pictured on the Atlanta Falcons. Now, to be fair, did play in Atlanta for 6 years. I feel like is pretty well-known as an Oiler, though. Maybe that's just me. But I got the dance, at least. So he's known for that dance, so it wasn't too tough. But, yeah, that was a mean quiz. Maybe you guys did better than me on this. Maybe you did worse. I should have gotten more, especially near the end. I just forgot about some of these guys. I couldn't come up with Chris Jenkins' last name. I don't know how. Just sometimes when you go into these quizzes, the mind goes blank. I got Kyle Vandenbosch, but I didn't space out the last name, I guess. Thought it would have taken it regardless. Didn't. Forgot about Tommy Harris, but very gettable one. James Ferrier, I feel like I couldn't got it. I feel like I could have probably had at least 5 more. If some of these players are pictured in different jerseys, I get at least 3 more. And then I missed some easy ones, or I just couldn't recall their name for some reason. So I definitely could have done a lot better on this. But again, you know, sometimes I'm going to have an off day and you guys will beat me. This is your chance. This is your opportunity. Hope you cashed in on it. Link is down in the description. Let me know how you did. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.